Hey, thanks for joining us here on our seventh installment of Buster's Glitch Ass Gaming Podcast. I'm Tony Flowers, and of course, hey, I'm here with my co host, the great Oscar Warrior.
Hello, everybody.
That's him. That's him. I,
That is I.
I like how here in the doc it says, like, basically, I wrote that I'm trying to make my little crow friend, and then you just wrote on Phonum Grave.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, no, there's no way.
But yeah, deadass. There's a crow that's been frequenting our side of the apartment complex lately, and I've been trying to befriend it by tossing it some food and stuff. So
Yes.
yeah, so far I've tossed tiny chunks of raw chicken over by where it gets its water from a couple
Hmm.
of times. Usually when I get close enough to toss it something, it flies off, but hopefully it finds what I left when it came back, or because it always comes back to that spot. And
Yes.
But since I have no idea how to tell if it's a male or a female, I've given it an androgynous name, Sam. Sam Crow.
Sam Crow. Nice.
Yeah, it's a Sons of Anarchy reference to anybody that doesn't already know that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Sam Crow. Yep. Uh,
Excellent. Teach
but
it
it
to uh teach it to find shiny objects for you out in the wild.
exactly, yeah, yeah. I would love that, or just to know that it would notice me and maybe pass it on to their kids, future
What about you?
generations that I'm dope. It's like, hey, this
Yeah.
guy's all right.
Then you get a flock of crows. Or no, wait,
Uh,
what is a group of crows called?
a murder.
Yeah, murder of crows. Hell yeah. That's
Oh
some
yeah.
metallic shit, bro.
I would love that. Yeah, if I knew it was a boy, I'd probably have to name it either Brandon or Eric. Um, from Have you ever seen The Crow, the movie The Crow?
No.
Okay, well, the character's name was like, I think it was Eric Draven. I'm pretty fucking
Uh-huh.
sure about that, and he was played by Brandon Lee. So either Brandon or Eric if it was a boy. If it was a girl, maybe Elvira or Wednesday or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll update you if I start to think it recognizes me or something.
Excellent. Hopefully you can get a lineage of crows.
That'd be that'd be so sick. And they follow me wherever I go, man.
Yes, sir. When you're in the car, they just fly right behind you.
Oh yeah. So yes, I put that shit on Phone and Grave. I am trying to make a crow friend. That's me this week. What you been up to?
On Phonum Grave.
What you been up to, Oscar?
Me? Honestly, on Phonum Grave, I've just been chilling.
And nothing wrong
Mad
with big
chilling,
chilling.
working out, working,
Oh yeah, Finis,
sleeping on time. Yeah, Finis. Let's talk Finis.
Finis, and then Binis.
Fitness and then Binis. Praying Breath of the Wild still and
Nice.
Clair Obscur, but we can get into that later on.
Yeah.
But now just mega chilling. What about you, bud?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Yeah. Without the Finis, I need to get back into the Finis. Not doing much Finis.
Excellent.
Just trying to get this the wrestling stuff finished before I don't know. Hopefully, I'll have it all done by next week. I could just like take that off my plate every week and just focus
Yes,
on this
sir.
and other stuff. So,
On the broadcast, focus on business.
exactly. Finis and Finis.
Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, fuck it. Let's jump over to the download, brother.
Let's get into it.
So, in a move celebrating their passionate community, Helldivers 2 developer Arrowhead Game Studios has released the much anticipated Pillars of Freedom cape as a free in game gift for all players. This commemorative item directly references the review bomb incident last year when Sony attempted to mandate PSN account linking for PC players, sparking widespread backlash and a significant drop in the game's Steam review score. The community rallied, creating fan made capes featuring the plummeting review graph, and now Arrowhead has made it official. The Pillars of Freedom cape, with its graph like design, serves as a tangible reminder of the community's successful pushback against Sony's policy, a moment that is now firmly woven into Helldivers 2 lore. Players have reacted overwhelmingly positively to the cape's release, praising Arrowhead for acknowledging and celebrating their commitment. The cape is being rolled out to all existing players and will appear in their Super Destroyer armories. Now,
Fuck yeah, dude.
both of us love Helldivers too. Such a fucking fun game, dude.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but I think we've both had our fun with it at this point. Even so,
W-
I'm sure you're just as happy as I am to see that the devs at Arrowhead still putting out cool new stuff, doing fun shit like this.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. They have been upgrading their or updating the game a lot, like adding a whole bunch of new stuff. I think they recently just added the other faction that you fight. I forgot what they're called, but they're from the first game as well.
Oh yeah, the Illuminate. Yeah, there was recently they had that battle on Super Earth happening, and
Yeah.
did did you see all that? Like they introduced the Super Earth military or whatever they were, and they were all in awe of everything you did, and there were all the
Oh,
meme.
I
Did
do
you get to
remember
see that?
seeing that on my timeline. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just adorable little fuckers, man, just precious, and all the memes about them, and everybody wanting to protect them with their lives and wanting to be able to provide them with stims and shit.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it was so funny, man. I love shit like that. But
Gotta protect Super Earth for democracy.
yeah, I love seeing the community, especially when they get into character and start talking like that in the chats and
Hmm.
everything. It's so funny, dude. I love that.
Yeah, everyone just gets into character like equally.
Hmm. Yeah,
Love it. Would you ever play Helldivers 2 again? Would you be interested?
yeah, yeah. It's just the last time I installed it, and it was around this time with the Super Earth stuff. I jumped in, and it had been so long that I completely forgot what the fuck I was doing. So I was more of a burden than helpful.
Hmm.
so so I kind of just told myself, nah, I'm not gonna do this again unless I'm playing with the guys, because you know
Yeah.
we'll all suck together.
Yeah, we all gotta get back in and play one more game. You, me, Tarv. Who was our
Oh
fourth? Was it Kelvin?
yeah. Kevin was playing with us, I think.
I think Carlitos will join us too every now and then.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Carlos too.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta get the boys back together, get a squad in Helldivers.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
down. I'm down. But
Excellent. All right, shall we move on to our second topic?
do it.
All right. Number two, Pocket Pair, the publisher behind the breakout hit Palworld, has made a significant announcement regarding the upcoming title Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse. Developed by Frontside 180, this Hollow Knight inspired game will now bypass early access entirely and launch directly as a full 1.0 version on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. This decision, influenced by valuable player feedback from a recent Steam Next Fest demo, signals a commitment to delivering a polished and complete experience from day one, a rare move in today's gaming landscape. Nevergrave will feature 4-player co-op, base building, roguelite mechanics, and the ability to possess enemies. With crossplay confirmed across all platforms. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Um, Meanwhile, Palworld itself just received a massive. Actually, before I move on to Palworld, should we just talk about Nevergrave for a second here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I hadn't even heard about this game until just recently. So I watched the announcement trailer that dropped 2 years ago, and this game
Mhm.
looks really cool, man. Like,
It does.
yeah, the idea of possessing fallen enemies, using them to beat the shit out of other enemies, and then there was a point in the trailer where like they made them jump into a cauldron and it turned them into food back at home.
Oh yeah.
Like that's such a fun idea.
Yeah, I love that. And it's got like a lot of little nods to like different games. Obviously the Metroidvania aspect. Definitely takes huge inspiration from Hollow Knight.
Hmm.
Um, and then the food thing in the giant cauldron kind of reminds me of that one power up you get when you're playing a Kirby game, the cook,
Oh
the
yeah,
cook
yeah,
power up. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, this one looks fun.
yeah. It
Four
really
player
does.
co-op?
Yeah, that sounds really cool, man. I
Yeah.
definitely have this one on my radar. At first, I thought it was Pocket Pair that developed it as well, but no, they're just publishing it, I guess.
Ah, okay. I thought they were developing it.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
yeah. I had to look into that one. So front side 180. I don't know if that's part of. I don't know. Must be some first party Pocket Pair stuff there. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't. I have to look into it more. Who Frontside 180 is or what they've worked on before. But yeah, that's really cool to see. Nevergrave.
Yes.
Can't wait to play this one. I added this one to my wish list.
Yeah. If I haven't already, I'm going to. This one does look dope.
Yes, sir. All right, let's move on to Palworld.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, Palworld itself just received a massive version 0.6.0 Tides of Terraria update. Is it Terraria or Terraria?
I always say Terraria,
Okay, me
but,
too.
but yeah.
Terraria, Terraria,
Yeah. Exactly.
same difference. Tomato, tomato.
Right.
Update. Introducing a highly anticipated crossover with Relogic's popular sandbox game. This collaboration brings a unique Terraria themed dungeon, enemies, and craftable equipment, including the formidable Moon Lord as a raid boss. Beyond the crossover, the update adds a wealth of new features such as fishing, a salvage system, 3 new island types, a pal trust mechanic, an increased level cap to 65, and PlayStation 5 dedicated servers. Despite ongoing patent litigation with Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, Pocket Pair continues to deliver substantial content, further solidifying the T. World's remarkable success since its early access launch.
Turn this
Dude, I love
cloud into a T-shaped
it.
cloud.
Solidify the T.
Solidify the T.
ever, si- ever since you showed me that video, bro, I reference it almost every day now.
Oh, I love it. Love
I
it.
love that shit. I love seeing Palworld getting love from its Pocket Pair creators. Even after like all of Nintendo's bullshit, they're still like putting a lot of love and work into this game, dude. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, I love to see it too, man. I haven't played it, so I don't really have a valuable opinion on it. Aside from the fact that I've always thought it looked really fun.
Mhm.
Um, I have played plenty of Terraria though, and if I'm not mistaken, they're getting a Pal World crossover in their game too. So I might actually fuck with that.
Oh,
Love,
really?
yeah, yeah, love Terraria.
Oh, I haven't
So
even heard of that. That's cool.
yeah, I should have put a link in there because when I was looking it up, it seems like they're both getting a crossover in their respected game or respectful game.
That's sick.
Yeah. So
Dude, when I
that's
was
really cool.
watching the trailer, I saw that you could like capture the eyeball
Yeah.
and have it be your like one of your pals and like you can pet it and shit. Dude, that's so cool.
And it's a free update, yeah?
Yeah, I believe it's a free update, yeah. I
Okay.
think anything that Pocket Pair has updated Palworld with so far has been free.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. Fucking I know you guys have been playing plenty of that since it came out and even just recently you guys jumped back in. Are you going to jump back in again once this drops?
Um, we recently just stopped playing it too, but I'd have to ask the lady if she's down, I'm down. But
Okay.
we might take a break for an extended period from Palworld just to kind of let stuff build up.
Yeah.
Um, if you ever get the game though, we should totally play though. Palworld is so fun, dude. I get lost for hours just playing it. Play it from morning to night, honestly.
Yeah, once they drop the 1.0 version, I might take a hard ass look at it.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, adding fishing, that's gonna be terrible for me.
Yeah, you like your fishing games within
Y-
games,
y-
right?
Yeah, I love my fishing games, bro.
Did you ever play any of those like actual just games based on fishing, like the Hunter Call of the Wild? They have the Angler Call of the Wild.
No, if I think if I did, I would get lost for hours just doing that. It's
Oh,
probably
bro.
dangerous for me to get into games like that.
Yeah, but it would probably be real fun. We should go fishing in real life, man. Any-
we 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 should. I'd probably
and
get super into it. You see me fishing every weekend.
oh, dog, I'm telling you, get the whole get up too, the little with the little hooks hanging out of my hat and everything.
Exactly, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Little rain hat with the little hooks.
Get a little fucking little AM/FM radio to sit in the canoe or whatever with us.
Hell yeah, a little cooler full of some cold beers.
Some cold bears.
Some
Yes,
cold
sir.
beers. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And we gotta dig up our own fucking worms.
In Arizona, I don't even think we have worms.
Shut your damn mouth. no,
Already
you're
ruining your plans.
no, you're probably right though. Honestly, the
I
ground
haven't
is
seen a
too
single
tough.
one. Yeah, man, it's hard as a rock.
Hmm. You have to go into those really pretty neighborhoods that have like the grass and the trees that were obviously planted there, and just start digging up people's lawns.
Yeah, right.
We're looking for some worms.
Oh man,
Yeah. Well,
love it.
let's jump over to the release radar. See what's coming out this week. Not too much, honestly. Um,
Okay.
for the first, which is today, I think. Yeah, today's the first. Yeah. So
Yes,
today,
senor.
a game called Mecha Break, developed by Amazing Sea Sun Games, which is a fucking weird ass name. I don't like
I love it.
it. it's a
See, son.
yeah, Amazing Sea Sun. It's like okay. It's like, hey, what do you want to call your studio? I don't know. What's a flashy word? Amazing. It's like incredible. I don't know. Whatever.
Uh,
So that's dropping on the Xbox Series X and S and PC, and it's a free to play game. Um, yeah.
I already added it to my wish list.
No shit. So
Yeah,
that one actually looks interesting. I don't know. It lost me at the free to play.
I
I'm like,
think
I'm good.
it. I also pre-installed it. I want to say. Let me see. It looks cool. I want to give it a shot, especially since it's like free to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pre-installed it.
Yeah.
It hasn't dropped yet. Like it's like 2 p.m. here where we live, and it hasn't dropped yet. Um,
Mm, so
it
sometime
says
today, maybe.
I think so. It says 9 p.m. PDT.
Okay. Well,
What is that,
some
Pacific time?
PDT. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I always thought it was
think
just
that's Pacific.
PT.
PT. What?
PT.
Yeah, it says 9 p.m. PDT. I think that's Pacific time, so probably around 9 or 10 for us, most likely.
Yeah, maybe.
Bearish?
Yeah. But yeah, if you
Yeah,
play
I'm gonna
play it,
check.
gotta let me
I'm gonna
know.
check this one out.
Yeah. Let me know, man, because I'm not gonna check it out. So that's all you.
I will. I'm gonna force you. I'm gonna ball and chain force you to play this game with me.
So you either play Mecha Break or I'm gonna break your fucking legs.
You either play Mecha Break or I'm gonna Mecha Break you.
Break your fucking jaw.
You need to get the hell out of my business.
Fucking swings at him. Okay.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm gonna be saying in the voice chat while I'm playing Mecha Break.
Oh yeah. Get the fuck out of my
Get out of
business.
my business.
So good.
Yes, sir. If you ladies and gentlemen are interested in Mecha Break, it is free to play. All right, let's move on. On July 7th, we got EA Sports College Football 26, developed, of course, by EA Sports. I'm
It's
gonna
in the
get sued for
game.
that.
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna get sued. It comes out for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and it starts at $69.99 for the standard edition. But if you want to play on the 7th, you'll have to cough up an extra 30 fucking dollars. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until the 10th.
Oh my god. My god.
And then I have a little note here that says for Oscar, LOL, 30 fucking dollars. Can you believe that shit?
I can't, dude. I really dislike this fucking model, dude. This pay extra to play the game sooner bullshit. It's not the same as early access because those games are still in active development and the early
Yeah.
buy-ins usually help to pay for it. So so this game it has a very popular online mode called Ultimate Team for anybody
Mm,
that doesn't know. Like in Madden and FIFA, where you collect player cards and you build your own little dream roster, then you compete online, right? Ultimate Team modes across all the sports games um, that fucking generates billions of dollars, and if this is a mode that interests someone, the FOMO is going to be fucking brutal here. Like, if you can't or won't pay the extra $30, you're essentially punished. And then if you want to compete in the online mode, you're going to have to play catch up. And that'll probably mean spending a bunch of extra money for more packs of cards and so on and so on and on it fucking goes, man. Like, I don't know. I'm so glad that I'm not into that type of shit.
Me too. I wasn't even aware of that, but that makes total sense why they would do that to me now.
Yeah, dude, $30. Like, even though I'm a huge fan of Kojima's games, that fucking 10 extra bucks to play 2 days early pissed me the fuck off. They can shove that idea so far up their fucking asses. I'm not giving into that shit. And if we want to see that kind of thing go away in the industry, no one should give into that shit.
Yeah, we got to stop paying for that shit. I think game publishers and I think it would be the game publishers, right? They're going a little bit too far here
Hmm.
with the early access bullcrap.
Yeah. Yeah, because I fucking hate how they call it early access because it's not even the fucking same. It's not.
No,
Th-
no,
This
it's
is
not.
this is a complete game that if you want to play it on its actual release date, you have to pay $100 for this fucking game. And there's a annual release type game. Um, and for anybody, like I said, if you want to be if you want to be competitive in that mode, 3 days is like a fucking eternity. You're gonna have to be playing catch up, and like they're shelling out real fucking money to crack open packs and look for their desired players, and not just the players, but they also have like ranks and rarities and all that stuff. They have like diamonds and I don't fucking know, but it's a fucking money pit, and that $30 extra for the base game to play it 3 days early is real fucking scummy, dude. But
Yeah.
the sad truth is that there's always going to be something else just as egregious
Mhm.
or worse right around the corner.
Yeah.
So just
And
got to
it
keep.
seems like a lot of people are following suit in this model. I think Borderlands 4 is doing the same shit.
Yeah, I
You got to
wouldn't
pay
put it
like a
past
hundred
them.
dollars to get it.
Oh, your audio is breaking up a little bit there, buddy.
Oopsie. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, my
But
bad.
yeah, you're good. I missed that last part that you were saying something about Borderlands 4 is doing this. What's their
I think Borderlands 4 is doing something similar like this, and
is it
like
like
other AAA games as well. I think it's like if you pay the $100, you get like you can just play the game early
I fucking hate that shit,
with
dude.
like extra things. Let me double check.
Yeah, that shit's fucking horse shit, man. Let me find out.
I
30.
agree.
Don't fucking do it, people. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah,
Gotta
the best way to counter bullcrap like this that we don't enjoy is to just not pay for it.
exactly.
You
It's
gotta
the only way.
you really gotta pick and choose what you want to support, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But
I
while
don't
you're
want to take too
looking
much time for this.
Well,
Oh, go
it's
ahead.
okay. While you're looking for that, I'll jump over to the freebie forecast and read this Epic Game Store one that's dropping this week. Um, and feel free to jump in with your findings here in a sec, if
Okay.
you so desire. But yes. So Epic Game Store free this week is a game called Sable, developed by Shedworks. And the write up says, embark on a unique and unforgettable journey and guide Sable through her gliding, a rite of passage that will take her across vast deserts and mesmerizing landscapes, capped by the remains of spaceships and ancient wonders. I almost said crapped by the remains, but yeah. Anyways, it looks kind of journey esque. I like the look of it, and it's free,
Mhm.
so fuck it. I added it to my library. Yeah,
Uh, my findings are inconclusive. I haven't seen anything, so maybe Borderlands 4 isn't following that model.
you were just
Um,
assuming so because Randy Pitchford seems like a little twat sometimes.
yeah,
It's like
because of
he would
the
do that.
stun that yeah, the stun he pulled, I think, over the week with if you're a true fan of Borderlands 4, you'll find a way to
Yeah,
pay the $70.
yeah. It's like he would do some shit like that.
But yeah, that was just my assumption. My bad.
All good. But yeah, what do we got for PlayStation Plus?
PlayStation Plus for the freebie forecast.
Yeah.
All right, PlayStation Plus celebrated its 15-year anniversary June 29th.
Very cool.
We got Diablo 4, developed by Blizzard Entertainment, available for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The next games that we got for Plus is The King of Fighters 15, developed by KOF Studio, a division within SNK. Available for both PS4 and PS5. And we have, I believe, the last one, but not least. I think it's pronounced Jusant.
That's how I would have pronounced it too.
Is
Yeah.
that French? I think, yeah, Jusant.
Yeah.
Developed by Don't Nod, the French Oh, it is French. The French studio behind the Life is Strange series.
Hmm. Very cool. Very cool.
Sure. That's what we got for PS Plus.
And then Nintendo Online Super Mario Strikers, the GameCube classic, is available July 3rd exclusively for Switch 2. Um, I don't really have much to say on anything here aside from congrats to PlayStation Plus on 15 years. That's pretty cool. Despite
Yes.
some of those big ass hiccups, like when I think it was around 70 million or so PSN accounts were compromised. Do you remember that? It was pretty
Was that during
early on.
the PS3 era?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty early on in the life of PS Plus, so you know, I'm over it. But, you know, 15 years,
Sure.
man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good for them. I've never played Super Mario Strikers, but Mario anything is usually pretty sweet, so that's cool. It's a cool addition. Hopefully the
Yeah,
game. Go ahead, go ahead.
Strikers is cool. I want to say I heard someone say that Super Mario Strikers has an online mode.
Hmm.
Let me double check. That might just be bullshit, gobbledygook.
Yeah. And while you look
I think
that
I
up,
think it's gobbledygook.
is it? Okay. But hopefully the GameCube editions aren't too slow to come. That
No,
sounded
hopefully
sexy.
not for GameCube, bro, because
That's
that library for the GameCube catalog is crazy.
yeah. Sounded really sexual. Like they aren't too slow to come.
Too slow to come.
Yeah, hopefully the GameCube editions aren't too slow to climax.
Hopefully not. Looking forward to Super Mario Sluggers.
Indeed. Yeah, I don't know. What are you playing, Oscar?
Currently, Tony, let
Yes,
me tell you,
please.
I am playing Breath of the Wild still.
Tell me about it.
So I, me and the lady have defeated 3 of the divine beasts. We're on the 4th and last one. We opted to go for I don't remember the name of the divine beast, but the camel in
Okay.
Gerudo Valley
Okay.
as the last one because Thunderblight Ganon is a ginormous pain in the ass. um, so yeah, now that we're more prepared, we're going to take on Thunderblight Ganon here as our last, and then we'll probably. So my lady already has the Master Sword,
hmm
because I ran around just. I don't even know what the hell I've been doing. I think I've just been fighting enemies to like find better gear and stuff and like upgrading armor. She's been working mostly on shrines, so she got the Master Sword pretty early. Um, I only have 9 heart containers, so I've got
Got a
I
ways
think
to go
4.
there.
Yeah, I think how many do you need? 13?
Something like that. That sounds right.
Yeah, so I need 4 more to go. But I definitely want to get the Master Sword before I fight. Well, I'm probably not even gonna need it for Calamity Ganon. No, actually, I probably will because I still gotta fight like his small version before he turns into the big boy.
The one, yeah, that I don't know. I hated that fight, man. Such a
Yeah,
letdown for me. The
but
game was
if you
cool.
yeah, Breath of the Wild was awesome, but that final fight against the big boy was a little disappointing.
Yeah, yeah,
It was too easy.
yeah. I didn't like it at all. Very, very anticlimactic.
Very much so.
Mhm.
The next thing I got is Xenoblade 2. I'm still working through that. That one I don't play as frequently because I've been playing the shit out of Breath of the Wild, but every now and then when I do, still enjoying the hell out of it. Never tired. I never get tired of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, bro.
Nice.
Probably my favorite game on the Switch. Um, and then aside from those two, I'm still playing Clair Obscur, kind of working my way slowly through that one, but still really enjoying the game.
Yeah, you're really juggling a lot there, man.
Yes,
Because
sir, but I
if
love it.
they're all pretty. I mean, at least I know Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade 2 are fucking massive games. I think Clair Obscur is, was that like a 30 plus hour title there too?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a lot. That's a lot to juggle, bro. I don't know how you
Yeah,
do it.
sure. I love it.
I got to play
I
like
just
one big game and like maybe a small one or something on the side.
Mhm. Well, tell me what you're playing, Tony.
Oh, you know what I'm playing? I'm playing Death Stranding 2 on the beach, developed by
On the
Kojima
beach.
Productions.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, so
How you, uh-huh.
it's awesome, bro. It really is. Full disclosure, I'm a fan of Hideo Kojima's games. I think that in terms of gameplay directing and concepts, he's fucking brilliant. So take what I'm about to say with that in mind. Um, all right, so I have a bunch of notes here, and I'm gonna try to keep them cohesive. So please bear with me.
Okay.
Okay, so honestly, when I first learned that Kojima's next game was going to be Death Stranding 2, I was pretty disappointed. Like, I really liked the first game a lot, but I didn't
Mhm.
want more of it. So, when Death Stranding 2 dropped last week, I was genuinely surprised by it. I just didn't pay any attention to the release date, and then all of a sudden, boom! So since I have faith in my boy, I bought it and I started installing it like immediately as soon as I found out it was coming. Um, But also, like I said, I didn't pay that extra $10 bullshit to play it a couple of days early. That's fucking garbage, and I'm not supporting that crap.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Never.
Never. Um, so I'll say from a high level view, this game isn't too dissimilar from the first game, so it's hard to say whether or not this one will change anyone's mind who didn't like the original.
Mhm.
There's more action if you want it, or stealth if you prefer that. You get access to vehicles much earlier. But so far, you're playing as Sam Bridges, Norman, good old Norman Reedus, and and you're delivering packages in a supernatural setting. Um, Also, granted, like people call it a walking simulator. Sure, it is, but like when you're walking, you're not just holding the thumbstick in the up position. You have to decide how much cargo you're carrying for the delivery, but also what you're carrying to aid you along the way. You might want some extra boots or a ladder or two, or a couple of weapons just in case. The more you carry, the more likely you are to bust your ass. So you have to watch your step and how fast you're moving, plan your route. Um, there's something very cathartic about that. I like that. Very, I don't know. It's peaceful and interesting to me. Um, but anyways, you're also very likely to come across lost cargo along the way. That's going where you're going, so you might want to save some room for shit like that too. Um, I like picking up the little random cases that I come across. Um, in case you haven't played the first game or you don't remember what all happened in the story, there is a recap on the startup screen. I watched it just cuz, but it basically just made me remember that it dropped during COVID and that the timing of its release was pretty creepy. I remember people were talking about how Kojima can see into the future and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy time, man. Um, oh yeah, so the game boots up fast as fuck. Like maybe that's a staple of PS5 games now, but being new to the console, it really stood out to me. Like when you reload, it's like 1 second.
Damn.
The Decima engine is absolutely fucking stunning, dude. I remember when Kojima took on the Sony contract for exclusive titles, and he went around to all their studios, checking out their engines, looking for the right one for the original Death Stranding. He made the right choice, man. When it comes to environments, even the character models, the Decima engine is a fucking beast. Thanks to
Yeah.
thanks to his crew and the folks over at Gorilla. What an awesome fucking engine, dude. It's gorgeous. It's a real looker. It might be the best looking game there is out there.
Yeah. I've been watching some gameplay of Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. It looks fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And like the first game, the music is beautiful, it's somber, just the way I like it. And it just kind of fucking it they drop it like they drop a song on you at a great moment every time, and they pan the camera out to show you more of the environment. You can see your destination off in the distance, and it's so
Mhm.
cool, man. I love that shit. Um, I got overzealous in the first minute of the game. Like, yeah, I know how to play Death Stranding. I got this, and I fell down right on the baby, and it was fucking screaming, and it broke my heart. And I
Not the
was
Death Stranding, baby.
Oh no, and I was like, "Okay, I'm never doing that again." Like, it broke my fucking heart. I felt so terrible. I fell right onto it, because it's strapped to your chest. I fucking
Yeah.
I tripped, fell right on the baby, and it's fucking just losing its screaming bloody murder, and I'm like, "Oh no, please, I'm sorry, I'm
Breaking its
sorry."
head off. Hell yeah, bro. You power bombed that Death Stranding, baby.
It's like a
Oh
just
my god.
yeah, dude, like an Olympic dive right onto the baby or something, like on some rocks. It's terrible.
Showing it the front breaststroke.
Just sliding down a mountain, you know, using the
Oh my
baby.
god.
Anyways,
That's
um,
awesome.
if you're familiar with the world, I think you'd agree that Sam has a pretty cool idea for a hideout. I'll leave it at
Mhm.
that. Because in the beginning of the game, he's going to his hideout, and yeah, like if you understand the world of Death Stranding, I think you'll agree he has a pretty cool idea for a hideout. So yeah, no spoilers. Um, You level up with the likes you get by delivering your packages in good condition or leaving structures or items for other players in what I thought was your server, but apparently the way you're linked to other players is a little more nuanced. Like, you're not all in one server, but what they call it like a shared pool of player information. So I'm assuming
Mhm.
each time you play, you're probably linked up to other people at your same section of the game or your same player level, same unlocks, or something like that. Um,
Mhm.
Very cool. I can see why Kojima said that this was a new genre in the gaming industry, the strand system. I really like it. Very interesting. Um, you never see each other, but you help one another in a bunch of different ways. For example, I went into a boss fight in the first chapter. Fucking awesome enemy design, by the way. And I was super underprepared. Um, I figured that the 15 grenades would get me through this like it did in the last mission. But once I dealt damage to the enemy, I realized I was so fucked. And it's like the game understood this and it sent out an alert to other players that I needed a hand because I sure as shit didn't do it myself. I didn't put out any alert, but all of a sudden I'm seeing people shaped things coming up from the lake of oil. They're tossing me shit like assault rifles and blood packs, which are your healing items, by the way. And within seconds, the arena I'm fighting in is just littered with a stupid amount of shit that I can murk this fucker with. It was so cool, dude. And
Dude, that's awesome.
it was so cool. Later on, I got a notification that someone near me needed help. So this is the first time I realized what was happening. I got a little notification, someone near you needs help. So I go to the location and I drop off a bunch of extra rifles and blood packs, and I got a little trophy for it, which made me feel really good about myself. But but yeah, like I was probably a little person shaped thing popping up on their screen, tossing them shit. Like it's such a cool fucking idea, man.
I love that. Yeah, like no interaction with each other, but like you're actively sending support and aid whenever they need it,
Yeah,
you know?
it's such an interesting idea. I love that. And
Yeah.
on the last episode, I said that Kojima's OP strength was game design, and I stick by that. Um,
Mhm.
After the end of chapter one of Death Stranding 2, I'm very invested in the story and where it's going. I don't remember ever really getting that feeling from his previous games, but that end to chapter one was really something. I'm not sure it'll have the same impact if you didn't already play Death Stranding 1, but it was fucking cool, man. Like it was kind of like a jaw-dropping what the fuck kind of moment, and I'm super invested in this. So I only played through the first chapters so far, but I'm absolutely loving it right now. Can't
You're
wait to play
getting me
more.
hyped for Death Stranding.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to play more, man. Yeah. So that's my excuse me mini review of the first chapter of Death Stranding 2. More to come.
I'm sold. I'm playing Death Stranding 2 before I play Death Stranding.
Oh no, that's
I'm
terrible.
just
Don't
kidding.
do it. Yeah, don't do it.
I'll get the first game. I want to play the first game. Every time you talk to me about Death Stranding, bro, the story sounds so confusing, but I'm sure it's a lot more cohesive than I'm like putting than the way I'm putting it together in my head.
Yeah, yeah, it is confusing, but it's because it's kind of it's in a supernatural setting. If it were just very grounded in reality and stuff, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be as confusing. So when all these supernatural things are happening and they're using terms to to explain a thing, you need to know what it's talking about. It's just you just got to immerse yourself into the world and understand that anything is possible here. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's just like anything else, man. It's only
Yeah.
confusing when if you go into it thinking, "Oh, this game looks realistic. It must be a realistic kind of game." Nah, dude, this is some
No, it's
supernatural shit.
it's fucking out there, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So
From what I've seen, it's out there. It's way out there. But I like shit like that because it's like I feel like that's how video games should be. You know, they should just be crazy and chaotic like that.
yeah, I love that. It just adds fun to it. Granted, I love me some grounded in reality type shit
Hmm.
that'll like gut wrenching type shit and make you cry and all that. But yeah,
Hmm.
this over the top fun shit. Oh, give me more of that, please.
Love it.
Mhm. But yeah, so with that, let's jump over to the rumor mill. There was only one that I really found this week even remotely
Hmm.
interesting. So I'll go ahead and say number one. Gaming industry journalist Jason Schreier reported on Blue Sky on June 24th, 2025, that Microsoft is preparing for another significant round of layoffs within its Xbox division, expected to commence the following week. Citing sources close to the plans, Schreier indicated that these will be major cuts and mark the fourth mass layoff to impact Xbox in the past 18 months. This news, surfacing just before Microsoft's new fiscal year begins, underscores ongoing job instability within the gaming sector following a series of similar large scale workforce reductions across Microsoft and the broader industry, that's that word, man, particularly in the wake of major acquisitions like Activision Blizzard. Yeah, I just got to point out, I can't just flow the word particularly out of my mouth. I can't do it. I
I wonder what it
always
is.
I don't know. I always stumble on that word in particular.
As you like enunciate it perfectly.
Right. Yeah. Like if I
Uh,
say it 400 times, I might actually get it right once or twice.
yeah,
So
but then it'll just start to sound weird to you.
yeah.
You ever do
But
that where you just repeat a word over and over and it just starts to sound more and more weird as you say it?
and wrong. Yeah. Like who
Yeah.
came up with this bullshit? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Particularly.
Yeah. Maybe I should just switch over to just saying it like an Italian. It's like particular, particular.
Particularly.
I don't know. What do you want from me?
Le- Lily.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. What do you think of this? I put it in the leaks and rumors, but I would call this a leak. It's Jason Schreier. I don't think he's going to report on something that wasn't true. So obviously we'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow being the Wednesday that everyone's talking about, this is going to be going down. But
yeah.
what do you make of this?
I just can't imagine the stress that some of these people are going through. Like whoever works at at Xbox. And
Hmm.
especially like all the studios and everything that Microsoft is acquisitioning, like they're just gutting studios, it seems like.
Yeah.
I did some further research on this. Supposedly the reason they're doing this is to streamline
Mm, of
operations,
course.
align teams with long-term AI goals, which we don't like to hear, and also to ensure profitability. But there's that word again, bro. Profitability.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
It's always profit. Like how much more money can we make, you know? Like
That's
every
that's
year
a.
we have to be doing better and better.
Hmm. Yeah, I
You know, if
mean,
we gotta
they're under a lot of pressure to boost profits after spending 69 billion on Activision Blizzard, but yeah, you can't help but look at things like this from a human perspective and as a fan of the products, and yeah,
Mhm.
it's heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, I agree. But I think this would be just a great opportunity for anybody that has the talent. If they get cut off, definitely start your own studio and just go full indie, because it seems like indie studios are doing much better these past
Yeah,
couple years than the AAA scene.
yeah, but that's if they have the means to do so. Like from
That
the
is true. Yeah.
we're totally on the outside, you and I. Like we have no idea what it takes to make a
Yeah.
studio and try to find funding and all that stuff. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
that is part of the rumor is that entire studios might be shut down according to some of these sources. Um,
Hmm.
and somewhere in the realm of 1 to 2,000 jobs are going to be affected here. Like I don't know, but it's really expensive to be alive, and to be without a job would be fucking terrifying. At the very least, I hope they'll all get a good severance package. I guess that's the
Yeah.
most we
Hopefully,
can.
man. It's the least they could do.
And I didn't really want to speculate on which teams might get shut down because it seems kind of shitty to do, but fuck it. Let's speculate. Like,
Okay.
I worry the most for Ninja Theory and Compulsion games since
Hmm.
Hellblade 2 and South of Midnight didn't set the world on fire. So they're also not what Xbox would call high impact titles, which is what they're apparently shifting their focus to.
Hmm.
But it's also hard to tell what Xbox considers a success since all their games are day one Game Pass titles. Like
Yeah.
like South of Midnight recently, they said that the game surpassed 1 million players in its first month, but that's not the same as 1 million sales. The
Hmm.
overwhelming majority there was probably Game Pass players. I think what Microsoft is looking at is probably how many new subscribers they got around a game's release, how long people stayed engaged with the game, maybe critical reception too. I don't know.
Yeah. How
Um,
many people dropped it while they were playing it? You know,
yeah,
were they
and
playing? Were they playing for 5, 10, 20 hours?
yeah, yeah. I think that all probably counts to them. Um, but yeah, I really worry about those two studios. I don't know if if they're gonna see another game release, either one of them. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they shut down Ninja Theory, but that would really suck, dude.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing. Um, hopefully the tech and everything that they've kind of created for their games is good enough to keep them. But I don't know. Some folks were even thinking that the Initiative, the guys who are making Perfect Dark, Undead Labs, the guys who are making State of Decay 3, and even Double
Hmm.
Fine, the ones they just announced that Lighthouse Gamekeeper, Tim Schafer's studio.
Hmm.
Some people are thinking that even those studios are in danger, but I'd be pretty shocked if they shut down studios that still have an already announced game in the oven. I think
Yeah.
those guys might be good for a bit.
Yeah. It'd be really fucked up to just gut a team or get rid of them completely mid development cycle.
Yeah, and
Seems like a waste.
I get where these people's thoughts are when it comes to like the Initiative and Undead Labs because those games have been in development for fucking ever at this point, so they're pouring a lot of resources into them. But if
Hmm.
they just pull the plug now, they'll have no idea how good these games could have hit. So
Yeah.
I don't think those guys are going anywhere, at least not now. But yeah,
No.
Compulsion, and Ninja Theory just dropped their two games, so I don't know, man. I think those two are on the chopping block. I really hope not, man. But
Yeah.
this
Let's hope
is,
it just stays a rumor for now.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna find out tomorrow, so keep an eye out on the news, I suppose.
Yes, sir. If it does happen, we'll probably talk about it next week in next week's episode of the podcast, number 8.
Hell yeah, dude. But speaking of the news, what's going on in the
Actually,
news?
let's jump into the news. All right, for the number one, this is kind of a big one,
Mm,
because this one has been gaining a lot of traction recently.
mm-hmm.
Number one, the Stop Killing Games movement, launched by YouTuber Ross Scott, Accursed Farms, continues its push for legal protections to ensure video games remain playable even after publishers cease official support. The initiative, which argues against planned obsolescence in gaming, is heavily focused on a European citizens initiative. Aiming for new EU laws that would mandate offline modes or private server support for defunct titles while gaining support from content creators like. Oh, excuse me, there was a pause there. While gaining support from content creators like Moist Critical, the movement has also faced significant public criticism, most notably from indie developer Jason Thor Hall, Pirate Software, who argues the initiative is vague and could burden developers. Despite the controversy, the movement persists in its efforts to gather signatures for its petitions in the EU and UK, and is awaiting decisions from consumer agencies in several countries. Um, what do you make of this one, Tony?
uh, I had to read up on this one a bit. It was a bit more complicated than I thought.
Hmm.
So the big example given was that the Crew, the game The Crew, got their official servers shut down, and
Hmm.
since the whole game, even single player shit, is online only, the entire game was unplayable. And then I read that after the backlash, Ubisoft committed to including offline modes in their future releases. So I thought, that sounds like a win, right? But
Hmm.
but no, the Stop Killing Games movement, they're looking at a few things like forcing publishers to allow their games to connect to third party servers, so that communities can keep them alive, or making it illegal for them to shut down any game that consumers bought.
Hmm.
Um, so, from my limited understanding, official servers cost money to maintain. And if the
Right.
game is no longer generating money, then those servers just become pits
A
to,
burden. Yeah.
yeah, just pits,
Financially.
just throw your money into it.
Hmm.
So you'd think the community servers would be a no-brainer, right? In that case,
Hmm.
but these fuckers don't want to lose the absolute control they have over their games and their IP and their brand image or whatever. Like imagine this company puts out a new sequel to their old game that everyone loved, right? But this new
Hmm.
one's fucking trash. So people will run back to the old game. But the old game isn't generating any money for them anymore because it's being run by a community of fans. So now the old game is actually hindering sales on the new game. They wouldn't
Yeah.
like that. They wouldn't like that very much at all. So that's probably why they're going to fight this tooth and nail.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it's
I
also probably like a business strategy to get to slaughter your past game, especially if you're thinking of doing like a sequel, have your player base move over, instead of having people stay on old servers,
Oh, of
even if they
course.
are community servers, yeah.
Yeah, I even brought this up to you before, but the next wrestling game that drops, the 2K26, once that drops, the servers are going to shut down for 2K24, the one that I currently have, the one that I created all of us in. So I won't
Hmm.
be able to upload any more faces to it, images. I won't be able to download other people's creations or upload my own. And
Hmm.
so it's like they have a 2-year server cycle, and I'm sure it's the same for all the other 2K sports games. But like imagine being able to go back to, I don't know, pick a sport, 2K11 or something, and you can still play online. That'd be fucking crazy. That'd be so cool. You could have
Hmm.
a favorite and just stick to it for as long as you damn well please. But like you said,
Yeah.
it's a business strategy. They don't want that. They want
They
to
want you to move
force,
to the next thing.
right, as quick as
Exactly.
possible. Yeah, I don't know.
Now, I think a good solution to this would be something that Valve has done. I've mentioned this before in a previous episode, but with TF2, I don't think that's getting any support besides like the servers staying active, but it's not getting any support from Valve anymore.
Mhm.
I think they dropped their last like major update not too long ago. So it's not going to get anything else. But what Valve has done is they've essentially put out the source code of the game for anybody to like mod, create their own games, or just have their own servers running
Yeah,
for Team Fortress 2 eventually when maybe Valve does shut down the games, like people can still keep it alive. The only stipulation with that though is anybody that creates a game using TF2 assets is not allowed to do it commercially. Commercially. So that
right.
means if you're making any money from it, Valve doesn't want you to do that. You can keep the game alive, but you can't be making money from it, which I think is fair
Yeah, totally.
considering that Valve is giving their source code away for free. But that could be a good option for, I think, video game developers to keep their communities alive
Yeah,
or
I
allow
really
people to keep their communities alive in old games. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
no, you're not. I keep trying to jump in and cutting you off. I'm sorry, but yeah, I
No,
like
go.
that idea. That sounds good to me. I don't see where the fucking problem is. But again, I don't
Mhm.
fully understand the problem here from either side, really. But
It's
like,
just because they can't make like they can't continue to make money. Like the way I see it is if one of your old games stays alive, I don't think that gives people incentive to jump to the next thing, you know? And
yeah,
like
a
since
hundred, a hundred
they're not
percent.
making money from it anymore, they don't like that.
Yeah, yeah. It all comes back to perpetual profits. Every
Hmm.
year has to be better. Number go up, good. That's it. That's all that matters to them. So yeah, yeah. Maybe taking this as high up as it can go. I don't really know
Hmm.
how it works in the UK, but we're in the United States, so if that shit ever comes here, you have my signature.
Yeah, you've got my support as well. And I think anybody that's looking into this should also support this movement because
I think it's
there's a lot
over.
of anti-consumer bullshit going on these days, and we need to take a stand as gamers against that shit, you know?
Yeah, totally. Hold on, let me see. I think it ended the yesterday. Last I checked yesterday, and it was like 600,000 signatures. They got 752,000. Is it still open?
How many do they need?
A million. So they got like 75%.
Ooh.
But I thought it was going to stop. I thought they were going to stop it yesterday, but I don't know. I'll keep an eye on that. Bookmark
Yeah,
the
from my
page and all that.
understanding, I hear the movement's on its last leg.
Yeah, but at the very least, this will probably it's it's getting a lot of eyes on it. So maybe maybe it'll stop future developers, publishers from wanting to uh, put their game into situations where they could get killed just for the bad PR that it would provide, give them,
Hmm.
maybe. I don't know. I don't think this is just going to be like a, brush it under the rug type situation. I think this will definitely make an impact in some way that we're just not sure of yet, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely more to look forward to in the future. But I think there'll always be pushback, I think, from gamers against that corporate bullcrap, you know. So I don't think it's a dead movement, but it might take time for it to rekindle the flame.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Yeah.
Um, well, let's move on for now. So for
Okay.
anybody that doesn't know, Capcom recently hosted a focused presentation delivering a wealth of new details on four of its most anticipated upcoming titles: Pragmata, Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil Requiem, and Monster Hunter Wilds. Since this week has been fairly light on news, we'll be using this section to go through what was shown game by game. So, with that said, we'll start with number 2. Pragmata.
Number two.
Pragmata.
Do you
Capcom's.
want me to read this one?
No, I got this. I got this.
Okay. Be my
So,
guest.
I got you. You sit back, you relax, take a sip of water, whatever you need to do. I got this. So,
Excellent.
Pragmata. Capcom's ambitious new sci-fi action adventure game recently showcased fresh gameplay. The footage highlighted its unique combat and exploration, centered around the unexpected pairing of Hugh Williams, a lunar investigator, and Diana, an android girl with special abilities. Players will need to combine Diana's hacking abilities and Hugh's shooting skills to navigate a seemingly abandoned lunar research facility and fend off dangerous robots in a game promising puzzle infused combat. Pragmata, first revealed in 2020 and developed internally by Capcom, is now set to launch in 2026 for PC via Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. This marks a significant update for a game that has seen multiple delays since its initial announcement. Eager fans will have their first opportunity to go hands-on with Pragmata's unique gameplay at Gamescom 2025 this August, building anticipation for what Capcom promises to be a quote-unquote breathtaking and immersive sci-fi setting. So yeah, if you go to Gamescom, I believe that's in Germany. So if you're in Germany, you might get your hands on it.
Good old
Um,
Deutschland.
yes, are. um, so I already know that you're super looking forward to this, but from what you've seen, did that kind of like build your hype even more, or how you feeling on this now that you've seen a little bit?
Yes. I really like what they're doing with like the puzzle mechanic where you can't really like harm the enemies that you're fighting against first until you've solved the little puzzle using Diana's abilities.
Mhm.
Um and then once you like hack into the system of your enemy, you can like it opens up the armor and you can like attack the core. I think that's a really really cool mechanic. Especially when you're fighting against multiple enemies, you'll kind of have to pick and choose to see who you go for first, what's the easier kill or you know really be strategic about it. It's very reminiscent to how you play as 9S in Near Automata, where you can
Is
kind of like
is that the third playthrough?
no, that's the second playthrough.
So that's
Uh s-
the little twink.
that's the boy. Yeah, that's the boy. 9S. But yeah, like yeah, I think in for 9S you can hack into the enemies. I can't remember exactly what it does, but you hack into the enemies and I think it's supposed to make it easier for you to kill them. But you play like this little mini game where you're like a little cursor like floating around in the AI or android mind. Not is that no, they weren't androids. I think they were robots, right? The alien robots. You like go into their mind and you try to like hack their system and once you do, they like explode in the real world. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of that a lot. Um yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Pragmata, tomato tomato. Looks really cool. I love the design and everything, bro. I'm really looking forward to playing this one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm officially interested in this game. Like
Yeah.
after seeing that, I saw some folks complaining about the idea of having to hack something every time they want to pull the trigger, but it does actually look fucking cool. Like it
Yeah.
looks like it may take all of maybe 5 seconds, and the fact that you can highlight certain parts of the grid to make them extra weak for longer is really interesting. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, plus I can imagine they're gonna throw some more complicated stuff in there during boss fights or as you encounter tougher enemies and stuff. Yeah, it actually looks fucking cool. I like it.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking about it too. I was speculating like maybe they'll add a system where you can level up your abilities. So like maybe you can level up Diana's hacking ability so that way it's easier. Like maybe you just fight maybe you'll be forced to since you're fighting like tougher and tougher enemies, the hacking puzzle aspect of it might become more difficult as the game progresses, so you have to like upgrade maybe a skill tree to make it easier for you to fight multiple enemies at once.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that being a mechanic there.
Yeah,
It
that'd be
kind
really cool.
it kind of reminded me of Bioshock, the first one. A lot of
Yeah.
people they were kind of turned off by the hacking mini game, but I loved it, and I like how you can get little upgrades for yourself to make them easier. But I also like how when they get harder, there's like little alarms and stuff that you have to kind of try to find your way around and little. It wasn't just so straightforward point A to point B with a little thing in the middle or something. It actually got complicated, and the timer was going faster and shit like that. So I can see
Yeah.
that being maybe part of their inspiration behind this. And
Hmm.
I don't know. I like it. I like the idea. This one's officially on my radar, man. I want to
Yes,
fuck with it.
sir. Me too. I
Yeah.
think you can add it to your wish list after the showcase, so I'm probably gonna add that on my PlayStation account.
Oh hell yeah, dude. I'll add that to my wish list too.
Excellent. Shall we move on to number three?
Yes, please.
Alrighty, number three. Street Fighter 6 fans have a lot to look forward to this summer. Kicking off year three for the popular fighting game. Holy shit, it's already been 3 years.
Mm.
The iconic Sagat is set to join the roster on August 5th, 2025. A new video offered a closer look at this updated version of the classic Muay Thai master. Leading up to his release, the Sagat Arrives Fighting Pass will become available on July 4th, packed with new stickers, avatar gear, EX colors, challenger screen illustrations, and more. giving players plenty of themed content to unlock. Beyond Sagat, the Capcom Spotlight also teased other highly anticipated characters for Year 3, including Sea Viper, Ingrid, and Alex, who are still on their way to Street Fighter 6. In addition to new fighters, players can also expect swimsuit outfits to drop in just over a month. 7 such looks were revealed via concept art for popular characters such as Kami, Luke, Chun-Li, Manon, Jamie, Kimberly, and Aki. Very
Man,
cool.
I didn't know that's how you pronounce some of those names.
Oh yeah.
Like I always called him Saget, like Bob Saget.
Sagat, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's
That's
Bob
what I used to
Saget.
call
Oh,
him.
okay.
Oh, Bob Saget.
And did you call Cammy Kami or something? What'd you call her? It's
Called her
Cammy,
Kami.
isn't it? Kami? Is it Cammy or
Yeah.
Kami?
Honestly, I don't know.
And I thought that
It might
last
be
one was just.
Cammy.
I thought that last one was just AKI. I'm like, that's.
AKI. Imagine having to pronounce it that way every time you play this character.
Oh my god.
AKI.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
just
what I
awkward.
actually thought that.
That's so funny.
But yeah, this one's all you, brother. Some of those swimsuit concept images, though, I love Verga.
Yeah. I actually have I don't know how I feel about this because I get with fighting games they have to make more money some way,
Hmm.
but I feel like a lot of these returning characters could have been in the initial roster of the game, like when the game first released.
Hmm.
Like let me see. Who did I where the hell where's the list of the characters? I'm going crazy here just looking for it. Oh, thank you. No, wait.
Or
No,
this
no,
one.
here we
Sorry,
go.
Sea
Including
Viper.
yeah, Steve Viper, Ingrid, and Alex. Those are aside from Ingrid, I know Sea Viper and Alex are returning characters, including Sagat. Um, honestly, though, I think that's just a nitpick, considering there are a lot of new characters in the game just from the base roster. So maybe that's just me complaining to complain. Um, but for me, Alex and Sagat are like staple characters to the game because I think Alex has been a part of Street Fighter since Third Strike, if I'm correct. Sea Viper, I think, since Street Fighter 4.
I couldn't tell you, man.
And Sagat was like I think the final boss for the first Street Fighter game. But yeah, maybe I'm just nitpicking to nitpick, but regardless, I love the new content. Any new content for any fighting game is always good in my eyes.
Wait, so this is
Especially the swimsuit costumes.
this Bob Sagat guy. He's the one with the red military hat from the first game.
No, that's no. M
Wasn't
Bison was the
he was the boss in the first one, wasn't he?
no was he a no.
Oh,
I think M Bison was the boss for the second game.
oh, okay. Well, fuck me, dude. I don't know.
And I think Akuma was like a secret boss that you could fight in the second game.
I like
Yeah,
the I like the
yeah.
green electric guy.
Oh, shit. Why is his name slipping my mind now, Vol? Oh my God, what's his name? Blanca.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love Blanca.
he
Dude,
was
his
cool.
fucking theme song in Street Fighter 6. Oh my God, dude, it goes so hard.
Oh, he's in there. That's cool.
Yeah, Blanca, his theme song is so sick. I love it. The music in Street Fighter 6, bro, is next level.
You gonna jump back in when they add these characters? Did you get like an edition that allows you to get all these guys for free, or are you gonna have to drop money for them? Like,
Most likely have to drop money for him because I just got the base game. I didn't get like any of the season passes or anything.
oh, okay,
But no, I think I'll avoid Street Fighter 6 for probably for a while here. I
okay,
don't know. I haven't really been in a fighting game mood lately, so if
feel
I
you.
do jump back into any fighting games, it'll most likely be Guilty Gear.
Okay.
Yeah, Guilty
Well,
Gear's tight.
well, let's see what you have to say about this next one, man.
Yeah,
Week
sure.
number 4, we got a deeper dive into Resident Evil Requiem, the next mainline installment in the survival horror series. The presentation provided more details about the game's new protagonist, FBI agent Grace Ashcroft, showcasing glimpses of gameplay set in a ruined Raccoon City. The game will allow players to seamlessly switch between first person and third person perspectives, and the developers stated that the core concept for Resident Evil 9 was addictive fear, adding, quote, "There's something about the catharsis you get from overcoming your fears. It creates an addiction that makes you want to do more, to play more," end quote. Despite fan hopes, it remains uncertain if Leon will be a playable character in Resident Evil Requiem. Director Koshi Nakanishi explained the team's reasoning for not making Leon the primary protagonist, stating, "quote We always thought about making Leon the protagonist, but making a horror game based around him is difficult. He wouldn't jump at something like a bucket falling. No one wants to see Leon scared by every little thing. So he's actually quite a bad match for horror," end quote. This suggests a strong focus on pure horror and vulnerability, which a seasoned and generally fearless character like Leon might undermine. So, what say you on the glimpse we got into Resident Evil Requiem?
I actually really love the design of the main character in this one, Grace, um,
Ashcroft.
Ashcroft.
Was that another character's name throughout the series, or am I losing
It
it?
sounds familiar, honestly. Let me see.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Because I know that the
I'm just gonna type
story, the
Croft.
story kind of like revolves around her going back to the place that her mother died or something.
Oh yeah, Alyssa Ashcroft. Resident Evil
So,
survival horror game. She's one of the playable characters in Resident Evil Outbreak and Resident Evil. I got cut off.
oh well. Well, either way, okay. So I wasn't just losing my shit. That is a character
No, that
from
is a
another game.
reoccurring character. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's the mother of Grace Ashcroft from the main protagonist of upcoming game Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this one. I love anything Resident Evil. Um, but yeah, I think the developers are right. It's or I guess the directors are correct. Putting Leon in this game wouldn't make much sense, especially if they're trying to stick to the horror genre of Resident Evil. I don't think, aside from RE4 or like remake, they haven't made an action oriented Resident Evil game. I think since the sixth one, and the sixth one was fucking crazy as hell.
Yeah, I stayed away from that one. But the the ending area of Village was pretty action packed.
hmm
But yeah, that's about as close as I'd say they really got to doing that. But
I never got a chance to play that one, but I wanted to.
yeah, good
I
shit,
gotta go
good
back and
shit.
play all of them.
But Tall Vampire Mommy was like only the beginning of the game basically. So that was disappointing. She
All
could have,
Vampire Mommy. That's
yeah,
peak RE.
totally, yeah.
What game was she in? Just
Village,
it was 8, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Wait, is Village 8?
yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But she was like the first boss of the game, and once you're done with that, there's like three other areas. So she was like only in the first quarter of the game.
Mm.
And such oh dude, the castle was so fucking cool. I loved that as a setting and everything. But yeah, I don't know. It was a great game still. I really liked a lot of it. I thought the nobody ever mentioned the fact that the voice actor for the guy that you're playing as was fucking terrible, but I don't know.
Was he really?
He sucked. It was terrible. It was so terrible. And some of the most cringy fucking moments. Oh man, I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't played the game, but there is some moments that are just like, what? Fuck off.
hmm
So bad. But
Damn, I'm gonna
anyways,
have to play. I'm gonna have to play this one for myself to see how bad it is.
the game is great, but there are some
Oh,
moments that are just like eye rolling fucking terrible.
are
In
they just
my
like
in
cringy?
my in my opinion, yes. And just yeah, but I'm just one asshole.
uh,
The I don't know. I wanted some like horror
but that's
shit.
just
Like
me.
something happened, and I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" And then like moments later, it just completely gets reversed in the stupidest fucking way you can imagine. And I was like, "Oh fuck you."
Damn, bro, you got me curious.
Yeah. Well, it's probably on sale, or go on sale. You can probably get it for real cheap now, but.
Yeah, I
I'm
wouldn't be surprised.
see. I'm already sold on more Resident Evil. I love their games. I just do.
Me
But
too.
that last little bit there kind of concerns me, where it says, "There it is." Yeah,
When no one
like
wants to listen by every little thing.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, when I first heard about people finding Grace Ashcroft a bit annoying, I thought it was coming from playtesters, but real quick correction, they were viewing a behind closed doors demo at Summer Game Fest, so my bad. Either
mhm,
way, like I said, that little bit worries me because that whole no one wants to see Leon scared of every little thing bullshit. Like I don't want to see anyone scared of every little thing, or that shit's gonna get old real fast. You know,
mhm, mhm.
as long as she gets a little tougher or confident or whatever over time, then great. But a 10-hour plus game where I have to listen to somebody constantly shitting their pants would just really chap my ass, dude.
Yeah, I would agree. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's at the beginning of the game
Sure,
and it's like subtle, maybe because like you got to think like when you're stricken with fear suddenly, you kind of
sure,
just like lock up, right? Like,
right.
is there going to be dialogue, like really cringy dialogue, whenever she encounters something,
Who knows, man?
you
But
know? Or
but like
yeah.
with that in mind, though, have you ever been in a situation where you're really afraid at first, but then your mind at a certain point just kind of clicks and you switch? You're just like, this is going to happen whether you want it to or not. So fucking face it. Let's do this. Yeah, and you just like your adrenaline starts pumping and you're just like, fuck this. Either you're going down or I'm going down. Kind of like, so it's like, I really hope it doesn't take 10 plus hours for her to get to that point where she's like, all right, motherfucker, let's do this. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's a nut the fuck up.
for real. Balls to the walls. No balls.
No balls. But I
No
do have
balls.
I have faith in Capcom, especially when it comes to Resident Evil. So I'm probably just worried about nothing.
Yeah, man, that's their baby.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be all right.
I speaking of babies, bring back Dino Crisis.
What the fuck does that have to do with babies?
That was one of Capcom's original like horror games, I think, on the PlayStation console. And I never got to play them, but I used to watch like hour-long gameplay videos of Dino Crisis, and I love that shit. I've always wanted to play it. But just imagine Resident Evil, but like instead of getting chased by zombies, you're getting chased by dinosaurs.
Yeah, like a proper horror dinosaur game would be fucking amazing.
Exactly, bro. Not even like Turok where you could fight back, but like you use your
Horror.
guns to kind of like yeah, like horror. Like you're being chased by fucking velociraptors and like T-Rexes, and there's nothing you can do except for run away.
Yeah, because I don't want to like kill dinosaurs because they're so precious. But I
They're
don't
so
want to.
precious.
They're so precious. I don't want to kill a T Rex, but I want to get away from a T Rex. I want to escape by the skin of my teeth.
Exactly. By the skin of my foreskin. But yeah, that was a small tangent. But since we're talking about RE, I might as well, bring to light Dino Crisis is a great series of games. I think it got three, and it never got any love since.
All of those on the original PlayStation, yeah.
I think so, yes.
Okay, we'll go with that because we neither of us know for certain.
To my knowledge, exactly. To my knowledge.
Your Achilles foreskin.
My Achilles foreskin. dip, dip me into the river
Hold me by
into the
my
river
foreskin.
Styx. How could my mother do this to me?
I don't think was it. It wasn't the River Styx. It was like the Fountain of Youth or something, right? I don't
No,
know,
I think it was the river Styx.
but I thought the River Styx was like there was no escape from that or something. They just drag you to Hades or something.
Achillean mythology.
Yeah, you're looking up everything today.
Yes, sir. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Just don't
Thetis
accidentally.
dipping him. How do you pronounce that? Thetis dipping him in the river Styx. Yeah, it was the river Styx to make him
Well,
immortal.
well, fuck me. All right.
I know my
Anyways,
mythology.
I'm cutting out of the show. I don't want to be wrong.
It's okay. It's
All
okay.
right,
There's
go ahead.
some. Let's move on.
Yeah,
I'll.
let's move
Am
on.
I reading the next one? Yeah, right.
Yes, sir. You're blue. Blue
Yes.
balls.
All right. Okay, blue balls. That's what I have right now. All right, number five. Capcom dedicated significant time to Monster Hunter Wilds, revealing a robust. The fuck?
What
Fucking
the? Is that your phone?
yeah, Google. Google just went off. I don't even know why.
Oh
I don't
Jesus!
think I said okay, Google.
What is it saying?
Oh, something about dedication or robustness. I don't even remember. Anyway, let me get back to this. Monster Hunter Wilds revealing a robust roadmap of future content and updates for the latest entry in the beloved series. Monster Hunter Wilds is set to receive its second major free title update on Monday, June 30th, 2025, bringing a
Oh,
host of new content and quality of life improvements. Headlining the update are two returning fan favorite monsters, the aquatic leviathan Lagiacrus and the agile flying. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by the way, but I'm pretty sure it's Lagiacrus. And the agile flying wyvern Seregios. The fight with Lagiacrus will even feature sections with unique underwater actions, a nod to its origins in Monster Hunter Tri. Both monsters will be available as huntable huntable threats for
what a
players at
treat!
Hunter rank. Yeah, yeah, right. Like it's a treat that we're getting Lagiacrus back. Uh, huntable threats for players at Hunter rank 31 or above, with tempered versions appearing at Hunter rank 41 plus. Beyond new monsters, Free Title Update 2 introduces highly requested features like layered weapons, allowing hunters to customize the appearance of their gear while retaining optimal stats. There are also new photo mode enhancements for capturing epic moments. I don't know what's wrong with me, bro.
Get it
Slowing down.
together.
Yeah, I gotta, I gotta lock in. New support hunter options, including the sword and shield wielding Mina, and the ability to change your handler from Alma to Eric. The update also prepares for the upcoming Festival of Accord. I don't know how to pronounce this. Flamefet? Flamifet? Seasonal event. Going from July 23rd to August 6th, and a unique Fender collaboration that will allow players to earn a special in game gesture featuring the Monster Hunter Rathalos Telecaster. Free Title Update 3 is also on the way, currently slated for a late September release. The collaboration with Fender was kind of out of left field, but it's kind of cool because you get like a little emote that allows you to fucking shred on a guitar.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's a
That's pretty
legit
cool.
guitar. Nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds doing stuff. Um, I like that they added Lagiacrus back into the game because you have not been able to fight underwater since I think Monster Hunter Try,
Yeah,
which
it looks like it's not full on underwater fighting yet. I think from what I was to understand, it's just kind of like little moments where they'll give you an underwater battle scene or something, but I don't think it's full on underwater fighting.
no,
I might be
probably
wrong about
not.
that.
I
Um,
think I think as the fight progresses, it'll probably just lead to that, and then maybe you might just be pushed out of the water by Lagiacrus. But it looks like mostly probably fighting on land with Lagiacrus. But regardless, it's still pretty cool. That might open up other avenues in the future for them to add more aquatic leviathans in the game.
hmm. Yeah, I just kind of want to say that I made sure that you had to read that one because I had no idea how to pronounce any of those
Oh
names.
yeah, Seregios and Lagiacrus.
There's no way, dude. No way.
These are returning monsters. But Lagiacrus is a good addition again because I think Monster Hunter Tri came out for the Wii U. I want to say. Hold on, I gotta look that shit up. Yeah, I'm looking up a lot of shit today.
You are.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. When did you come out? Oh, for the Wii on August 1st, 2009 in Japan, and then a year later on April 20th, 2010 in North America. So yeah, it's been a long time for Lagiacrus fans, but they finally get to fight their favorite monster again.
Yeah.
Um, Seregios, on the other hand, I want to say was in Monster Hunter Rise, specifically in the Sunbreak expansion, though. So he's not a technically. technically not a. He was more recent,
Okay.
so people didn't have to wait as long for Sir Regios. But um, I like the addition of the layered weapons. I don't think that's been a function in any other Monster Hunter games,
Hmm.
to my knowledge. Because you were never able to change the way your weapon looked before, aside from maybe like adding little charms to it. But like
Yeah.
if there was a certain weapon that you enjoyed using, or the look of a certain weapon, um, you couldn't change the lookout for the stats, you know. So like if you had a really good weapon that was just ugly to look at, you were forced to look at that ugliness.
Till you found
But
something
now,
sexy.
yeah,
Hmm.
but now it looks like you can just replace the ugliness with something sexy while keeping the stats of the really good weapon, which is
That's
good.
cool.
I think
Yeah.
that's a great addition because you can do that with armor, and you've been able to do that with armor for the longest time.
That's cool.
Um,
Very cool.
so yeah, that's a nice little addition. Um, I think the support hunter thing is like mechanic is really cool because when I was watching the trailer, it looked like you can use up to. So I think it's a team of four that you can play as, including you. So like you with three other support characters, basically, which are pretty much I think like CPU characters, like NPC characters that help you in the fight in
Do
your
they have
hunts.
do they have to be or
No, they don't
is
have to be. It's purely. I think it's purely optional. But
oh
it's
okay.
it's nice if you're playing by yourself. Like maybe you don't want to play by yourself. Maybe you need more distractions aside from just you and your Palico.
Hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm, mm, mm,
I have
mm.
no idea what a fucking palico is. But
Oh, a Palico is basically a giant cat that follows you around, giving you like buffs, healing you, um, and it also like helps you fight the monster because it has like little weapons and shit, and
yeah.
it like throws bombs and it like sets traps for you and everything. They're really cute.
Well, even though this one was totally all you,
Mhm.
all I'd say is that like I totally saw this coming.
Yeah, for sure.
like there's a lot of shit coming in this second free update. I'd expect the next update to be pretty substantial.
Mhm.
Um, then I read that there is even a fourth free update scheduled for winter.
Mhm.
And it said it was going to quote further expand end game content and more monsters end quote
Good.
to hunt in the wilds. And
Yeah, hopefully.
but yeah, then there's the inevitable expansions, right? Like those they
Yeah,
haven't even started talking about those.
no sir.
Yeah, they're gonna
Wilds. When did Wilds come out? I think it came out.
like a year ago
Was it
maybe.
this year?
I don't know.
No, it hasn't been a year yet, has it?
February.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Hold on, stand by. Yeah, it came out in February, so it's only like 5 months old.
Okay. Oh damn. All right. Well, yeah. See, yeah, they're gonna take care of
I
you
think
guys. I don't see this game being a bastard child for long, man. Maybe I'll be wrong, but
nah, we'll
if
probably get a lot more event quests and like what is it, the hub, the seasonal hub
yeah,
themes.
ask me, man.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
know all
right.
about
like like you've played Monster Hunter before, you fucking idiot.
it. Hey, Tony, you know.
Yeah, Tony, you should know. You know everything. You're that guy.
Oh shit! You can always rely on me. Hold on, let me look it up for you. It's the best I could do.
But yeah, free title updates. They did it with Monster Hunter Rise, but yeah, we'll be getting updates for a while here, and then just event quests on top of
Yeah,
that as well to unlock like really cool emotes, maybe some costumes. Play
yeah,
as Akuma, maybe Blanca,
yeah.
Ryu from Street Fighter. And there's also they always do their crossover stuff as well. But yeah, the expansion. I think it took them 3 years when Monster Hunter World came out.
To drop the first expansion.
Yeah, Iceborne, and then
Oh
the game
damn.
stayed alive for basically another. I might be wrong with my time frame here, but it took a while, I think, for Iceborne to come out.
Either way, man. Like you guys got a lot of content to look forward to, man. Like they're not just gonna let this one die on the vine, man. Y'all
No,
be
sir.
good.
They're gonna keep Wilds alive for a couple years. I say maybe like 5 or 6 years max.
Just what have we learned, folks? Say it with me. Don't pre-order.
No, sir.
Nah, I'm a total hypocrite there. I bought Death Stranding, the base edition, 2 days early. So we're all assholes in this situation.
What?
Yep. Yep. But
Yeah, you kind of
I
got to
didn't.
pick and choose what you want to pre-order. Because like I'm sure like when you pre-order Death Stranding, it's because you want to support your boy Kojima.
Yeah, I knew I wanted the game. I didn't care if I got to play it 2 days early, but I did buy it that same day, base edition, and I started installing it, making sure that when that timer hits zero, I can hit start right away.
You could play. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
man, you just gotta pick and
anyways,
choose who you support, man.
that's it.
But yeah,
All
with
right.
this added content, I might get back into Wilds, but it'll probably be a wild for me because I got a lot of games on my plate.
Mm-hmm. True that. And that'll bring us to our community corner. And our boy Maximus asked, uh, I like this question. Why do you think so many gamers prefer to replay older games than to play newer games? Now, I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but I know some folks that do. And I asked him, I was like, well, why do you think? And Maximus says, there's a sense of security with games you've already played. You already know it's good, and you have the opportunity to play it in a way that you haven't before. A lot of newer games have been letdowns, and as a PC owner, I'm hesitant to buy ports because so many of those have been very bad as well. Not to mention the slew of older games that people may have never had a chance to play that just seem more appealing than current games. Um, and did you want to read our response from Sweet Baby?
Sweet baby. Sweet baby Ray says, for me, I would love to play Donkey Kong only because it's a nostalgic experience slash moment for me. Oh, there's more.
Yeah, that's all him right there.
It brings back good times, happy times. When time didn't matter to me. Oh man, I feel that's so heavy.
Hmm.
Money didn't matter to me. I had no responsibilities, just beat the damn game. So if I could play an older game, I would in a heartbeat over a new game nowadays. Also, new games have way too much going on. I get overstimulated and overwhelmed. Don't get me wrong, the quality and picture of the new games are 1,000 times better, but 90s slash Y2K games were simple, neat and to the point, made with the experience just more enjoyable. I have to agree with Ray on the point that some of the newer games are just overstimulating and overwhelming.
Mm,
Because it seems like a lot of developers just try to like add in a lot of things to the UI and a lot of mechanics to their games to make it to give players, I think, more flexibility with their play style. But
mm.
sometimes it's too much, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes I like playing like an older game just for the simplicity of it, you know.
yeah. I get you. I get that same way. I mainly agree with all your points, honestly.
Hmm.
But it is pretty rare that I actually go back and replay games. Sometimes I'll tell myself I'll replay so and so right before the sequel drops, and then I end up just watching a recap video instead.
Hmm.
Um, I wrote down a little list real quick of the older games that I have replayed multiple times. It's a pretty short list, and this was just off the top of my head. There might be more, but these are the only ones I could think of. Mario 3 on the NES,
Hmm.
Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Banjo Kazooie, and Metal Gear Solid 3. I've played those games so many fucking times, and it has to be mainly for the comfort. Like I have happy memories with those games. Just like both these guys were saying, it's comfort food basically. Like
Hmm.
with Mario 64, every time I replay it, I like to listen to Much Music's Dance Mix 96 because my sister had that playing a bunch of times while I played the game originally. It just brings me
Hmm.
back to those simpler times. Mario 3 was magical. My mother and I were so in love with that game, and we had a blast just trying to figure out shit like what triggers that coin ship to spawn. And we'd put in a
Hmm.
bunch of time just trying to find all the secrets or memorizing every version of that card matching mini game.
Oh yeah.
Dude, we had every single one down. It's like she would flip over one card and she'd be like, "Okay, it's either this one or this one. It's either going to be here or here." And then we would just ace it from there. It was so fun. And
Nice.
Banjo was another one my mother loved playing with us. Great memories. We all loved Mumbo Jumbo, and we all
Hmm.
theorized that he was secretly a Jinjo. I don't think that was ever. confirmed or denied.
No.
Yeah, and then Zelda, I remember that just revolutionized what I thought a game could be. I remember
Yeah.
being fucking just absolutely gobsmacked when you get to that point in the game where you can travel forward in time, and then again when they let you go back and forth at will. So fucking cool,
Mhm.
man. And just Metal Gear Solid 3 just had everything I wanted, and I didn't know that I wanted from a game. It was perfect for me, still is. Um, but yeah, with all that said, I can't say that I'd rather replay games than try new ones though. There's so many fucking games, and nowadays my problem is that I don't have enough time or money to play all the ones that I want to. You
Of
know,
course.
back then I only had like a game every so many months, so you kind of just made do and you just play the fuck out of it. Now, like so many others, I have such a massive backlog that you could end all video game production now and I'd probably be good for the rest of my life. You know.
Absolutely, man.
Problem is there's always something more enticing just over the horizon in this hobby. You know. It
Yeah,
actually
man.
really it makes me really sad knowing that one day I'm going to look forward to something that I'll die before experiencing. That really sucks. But
Shit.
hey,
If the industry's still alive by that time, which it might be. I don't see it going anywhere.
yeah. Yeah, I don't either, man. Still fairly young. Just
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, pretty young
Anything
industry.
entertainment will live forever.
Yeah, man. So we got
We
to
crave it.
protect this industry. It's wonderful, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Banjo Kazooie, bro. I fucking love Banjo Kazooie. I could go back. I think I could go back to that game and enjoy it
Oh yeah. Yeah, me
the same way I did as a kid.
any day, dude. I love that game so much.
Yeah.
Any of those games I mentioned, I can easily just like if I had nothing else going on and I was like I want to play something but nothing's really grabbing my attention, I can easily just pop one of those games in and just fucking disappear, man. And I'd be
hmm
happy. I wouldn't give a fuck.
I have one game, an example in my mind of me
What?
replaying a bunch of times as a comfort game.
Hmm.
I think you already know what it is.
If you say Xenoblade fucking Chronicles.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2, baby. I can't tell you how many times I've played that fucking game, but I can't get it out of my mind. I can't get it out of my life.
And he's playing it again right now, folks.
And I'm playing it again right now. Torna, like the DLC Torna and the base game, everything.
Jesus.
Fucking love
Uh.
Xenoblade, bro.
All right, let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments if you have anything to add to that. But yeah,
Please, what is your comfort game? Your nostalgic comfort game.
you could just go back to anytime. Yeah,
Exactly, and enjoy it.
I think it's time for us to glitch the fuck out of here, brother. You want to take it away?
Yes, sir.
Let's get us out of
Check
here.
us out on TikTok, Instagram at Glitch Ass Entertainment. Don't forget to get all sexual on that like button. Talk with us in the comments and subscribe to become a glitch ass gamer with your boys, Tony Flowers and Oscar Warrior.
Signing off. Keep gaming and
Yeah,
glitching.
sure.
See you next week.
Keep bussing.